Okay, so you guys have seen my Mustang, seen my 240, and figured I'm gonna do some maintenance on my daily, my Cavalier. This is what I run to work, and I put all the greasy parts in. So yeah, it's just I actually bought it from a buddy of mine. Very cheap. He wanted a new car, and after all the crap he put on this car, he decided it wasn't cool enough. So he bought a new car, and I bought this one from him very cheap. As you can see, it's got a work car status. It's in very rough shape. I keep all my crap in here, so car parts, tools, whatnot, and it's a very, very solid running car. I mean, it gets me where I need to go. It gets about 27 miles to the gallon. Interior is in pretty rough shape. The bezel fell apart, and so I took it out and threw it away. And yeah, I got a custom steering wheel. I got a cheap GT wheel that we had to cut up the stock steering wheel so that we could use the little backing, and I welded it all together, and it actually works pretty good because it had a bad airbag, and so that steering wheel looked really bad. But it's really cool because this car is all over the junkyard, and parts are extremely cheap for it. So that's kind of why I like it. And like I said, he pretty much bought all this stuff to put on it, and I was actually the one that put it all together for him. I had no idea I'd be buying it from him later. If I did, I probably would have done things differently. But here is the basically stock 2.2 liter. There we go. 2.2 liter. The hot air intake. I guess it's right over the damn exhaust manifold or header. It's actually got a header, high flow cat, and I think 2.5 inch exhaust all the way back. But it's a '99 Cavalier, and he actually wrecked it. And this is a 2000 front end that I put on, and it was actually a pretty cool mod. You know, went from the high low beam headlights to just the one high low beam bulb, and I had to do a little bit of wiring to get all that to work, but it's really rough. And like I said, it wasn't my car at the time, so he just wanted it to work. He didn't really care, and you know, if it was my car, I probably would have done things differently. But now it is my car, and I just want to take care of it, make sure it still works good as a daily. And today I'm going to change my oil. It's been I usually get about every 3,000 miles, non-synthetic, just whatever's on sale, because like I said, it's a daily. It really doesn't matter. And I'm going to go ahead and change the valve cover gasket. See, that thing's been leaking pretty bad. And other problems this car has, particularly the clutch slave cylinder leaks, so I'm having to add fluid every 2 to 3 days. And the unfortunate thing about this car is the slave cylinder is part of the throwout bearing. It's a hydraulic throwout bearing, and when that leaks, when you have to replace it, you have to pull the transmission. I actually have a clutch and a new slave cylinder / throwout bearing that I'm going to install eventually, but the clutch still works really good. It just has a leak in the slave cylinder, so that kind of deters me from changing it, because it still works. You know, if the clutch were going bad, then yeah, I'd get on it and change it right away. And the other new development is the heater core has started leaking inside the car. So about every week I have to top off the coolant reservoir. And not a big deal, but I hate smelling coolant inside the car, so I'm probably gonna get that, change that. And luckily my dash is pretty much just there, so I can pop that off and get that changed. And I got to change the evaporator core also because that leaks. I lose my AC Freon. But like I said, it is a good running car. I mean, everything's got problems, but it actually gets me to A to B really good. And you know, Mustang only gets about 16 miles to the gallon, so this is much more economical for me. Yeah, let me get that valve cover off and get this thing up in the air so I can drain the oil. And oh yeah, if you guys ever changed oil on a Cavalier before, the oil filter is way down there, back there somewhere. I can't see it. Yeah, there it is. There it is, right there. And it's a lot easier to get to from underneath, but I hate getting under the car. And I'm gonna have to. So here we go.